Sometimes I'll have intrusive thoughts. Oftentimes they'll just be a simple thought of hitting someone, throwing whatever's in my hand across the room, saying something messed up, things like that. But the thoughts have been getting worse and worse lately, and I've started to feel trapped inside my own head. A murder, a distinct thought, almost memory of me coming up behind some person sitting on a chair and stabbing them. Nobody I know, just some stranger. But it's so vivid. It's like I'm watching a horror movie in my own mind. I've slammed my hands against my head, but it doesn't go away. Only when the person is dead and I walk outside of the room, I'm brought back to reality. Killing someone is something I would never do. It scares me that I have such distinct thoughts of murder inside my mind. And I've had strange thoughts before, but this feels like a memory, playing out in my head as if it's happening in the present. But it's just me, sitting at my desk with nothing inside my hands, trying to contain myself and focus on reality. The second time a vivid thought comes to me, I go outside and walk around the block. The thought doesn't go away. It plays out until the person is dead, and the second person is murdered. And I know it's only my imagination, but it feels so real. The sun begins to set as I make sure the thought has gone fully away. I walk back to my apartment and go to sleep, shaken up. The next day, I'm scrolling through the news when I see reports of a murder. The murderer hasn't been caught yet. The victim looks so familiar, but I can't remember where I would have seen them. The victim was stabbed. I realize that it's the same person I imagined the other day. The first intrusive thought I'd experienced that was so vivid. Did I predict the future? I breathe shakily and rub my hands at my temples. 2 days later, another news article, and I almost believe my theory of prediction. The victim looks the same as the second person I imagined and was shot, exactly like the image my brain conjured up. I press my hands against my face in shock, and I decide to call my friend and tell him what happened. It's crazy, he says. I can't imagine how scary that must have been to imagine that. Each day I continue to scroll through the news, trying to find out if the murderer has been caught, if it was the same person who killed both of the victims, and who the murderer is. One day I go over to my friend's house, the same friend I told my intrusive thoughts about. Another thought erupts inside my brain. Another murder. I bury my head in my arms. Are you okay? He asks. Yeah, I'll be alright. Sooner or later, I receive a notification. I hesitate to pick up my phone. But eventually, I convince myself to check, and it's from the news. The headline reads, "Update on the murders of Person 1 and Person 2. A visual has been found." I sit up straighter in my seat, unlocking my phone and looking for the article on the app. I expand the image to see a picture of someone inside a car, slightly blurred but still comprehensible. My stomach drops to my feet. The suspect looks exactly like me. The picture was taken at 12 p.m. I went over to my friend's at 8 a.m. If I hadn't been receiving these strange intrusive thoughts, I wouldn't think much of it. A doppelganger. Surprising to say the least, but just a huge, messed up coincidence. The fact I have imagined murdering multiple people in full detail, first person, makes me stop dead in my tracks. I considered the fact that maybe I traveled dimensions, something, and maybe I truly was the one who murdered two likely innocent people, but something is extremely off. The car in the picture is red. My car is black. The suspect's face seems different than mine, almost distorted, but nonetheless looks exactly like me. Parts of their face are darker, more mangled, not to mention the fact that I was at my friend's house when the picture was taken. I'm completely taken aback. What? She looks exactly like you. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think I might share memories with one of my lookalikes or something. That's plausible. I don't know. I need some time to think about this. I'm really shaken up. Yeah, me too. The next time I have an intrusive thought, I know exactly what to do. In my mind, I lift up a floorboard, grab a gun, and put it in the pocket of my pants. In reality, I grab the biggest knife from my kitchen. I drive to the park with the same red car I imagined before. I slam on the gas in my black car, running red lights when possible. I exit the car, walking towards someone sitting on a bench. I jump out of the car, sprinting towards the middle of the park where I see a silhouette of someone looking eerily similar to me. I'm trying extremely hard to differentiate from my mind and reality as I see the other person sitting next to her next victim. She talks as if nothing is happening. I pull my sweatshirt over my face and duck behind a tree. I close my eyes, letting the thought play out. I talk about something random and look into the person's eyes. I begin to slowly reach into my pocket. I jump out from behind the tree and rush over to the bench in which they're sitting. I grasp onto the knife with both of my hands and point it directly at a clone of myself. I'm not afraid to die. I need to stop this person from killing anyone else. Get away from her or I'll kill you right here and now. I know what you're going to do. She in turn pulls out her gun. Oh, I'll let her live, but if you tell anyone, you're dead. When I say you're dead, I'm not messing with you. I think the same as you. I know where you live and I know exactly what you're doing, so I will catch you. I clench up my face, tears welling in my eyes. The knife still tightly held in my hands, and I do the unthinkable. I run. There's someone out there who looks exactly like me. We share thoughts. She's a serial killer, and I fear of being mistaken for her. It makes me break down every time I think about another murder and see it on the news. I haven't been caught, and neither has she. They've gotten one visual, and now she's gone. I'm gone. I'm not a murderer, but I might as well be. I'm currently writing this on my laptop. I've locked myself inside of my closet, and I've locked my apartment door. I've called 911, but I doubt they'll do anything. I'm scared out of my mind. I'm seeing another vision. I'm outside of my door. She's here. She's outside of my door. She has a gun again. I think I should be able to hold off for a bit longer. I really hope 911 gets here soon. I don't want to die unsuccessful. To anyone who sees this, be careful. And I'm sorry.